My team members have been actually wonderful. They've been really wonderful.
Yeah, humanitarian, advocate of inclusion, founder of Concerned Youth Initiative for Climate Action, also a member of Civicus, World Alliance for Citizen Participation, UNICEF Gen Niger Young People's Action Team, Proveng UN Youth Board, Yongo UNIFY, GYBN, and member of United Nations Department of Global Communication Youth Representative Steering Committee. He has over 3 years of experience in advocacy, policy research, and analysis of socio-environmental issues and water or climate change. His professional background is centered on the promotion of inclusive sustainable development and a rights-based approach to climate action, public health, quality education, other people's view, and digital inclusion. His passion for leadership, civil engagement, and community development is driven by a deep belief in the power of collective action and the transformative potential of engaged citizens. Is committed to championing positive change, fostering inclusive communities, and leaving a lasting legacy that uplifts and empowers those around him. So you always say that our speaker tonight is well loaded. So we are not bringing someone that doesn't have enough experience in the field. We are bringing someone that has experienced global opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, with me, I would love to welcome Sulaiman Abubakar Umar to the stage and to start the session tonight. So, Sulaiman, how are you there?
Oh, hi, Sulaiman. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello, Ekundayo.
Yeah. Good evening.
I'm here.
Can we see your face?
Yeah, sure. And I would like to see my participants first too. Yeah, good afternoon to you. Good evening to you all.
Yeah. Yeah, good evening, Sulaiman. Just as I met you, still looking radiant and wonderful.
Thank you so much.
All right, quick one, participant. I met Sulaiman in Abuja when I went for Leadership Youth Summit by YALI, Young African Leaders Initiative Network. And fortunately for me, we lodged in the same hotel, the same room. So my roommates, so humble a man and fantastic. And he was representing Gombe State lead representative. And believe me, guys, this man is loaded and humble. I never knew that it was a state representative. I mean, a leaders board representative. So came in my room and we are conversing. So on getting to the conference, and they requested that all those state rep should come out. The state rep is the representative of the state, but also have state members that were sent. So we are like 5 persons per state that were sent, which somebody will lead the whole team. So when he stood out and I went to the podium, and I was like, what? So this is the state rep in my room, so humble and the likes. And I was like, wow, there's much this young, amazing man. So we got to the dining and we got dining with conversation when we're done with the program. And by the time we started talking, he said so many things that were really insightful. And I see that there's a platform for me to open up for young people to know why the applications are wrong, where they are not enjoying some opportunities as they hope to have enjoyed. And I see that as a young man like him and myself, likewise everyone here, there are opportunities that are just waiting there that we should just tap into. But like I used to tell you guys, follow person with no road. Follow person we don't pass the power you want pass. Follow person we get updated updates. And that's why I see this smart man. So tonight, I want him to first open up the floor. And after that, I have so many questions to ask on your behalf. Because this session, I suppose, is a premium section that would not be released. Is on a special request. So it will not be released like any other sessions that you can rewatch. So guys need to give yourself the utmost attention and pray that network will not fuck up. All right. So let's just enjoy the session, and I spotlight myself and Sulaiman for an intensive questioning moment. But for now, let's have the introduction from him. Over to you, Sulaiman.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ekundayo. Other participant of the this very occasional boot camp. Be speaking on the wonderful topic which I really like talking about it, which is optimizing global opportunity. So first of all, as was said by Mr. Ekundayo, I, Abubakar Sulaiman Umar, I am from now. So it happens to be I'm a agricultural or botany student. So when I got admission to study botany was then, before I got admission, I am a climate activist. So when I got admission to study botany, then I realized that even in our field botany, I went there, then I realized that we have so many plant species that are facing extinction. The way I'm seeing your work, Ekundayo, about all these YPAT and IFAT issues. So when I come across that, then I said, this is the real way we help the communities conserve the remaining resources we have to avoid them facing extinction. So this is my first stage. But before then, when I was in secondary school, I I I used to had one of our renowned climate scientists talking about the impact of climate change, its impact on the lives of young people. So before, people used to see it as something which is like it will never happen. So from there, when I had so many things from him, I just sat down, make some notes, and I said this is really things that it need to be addressed. And then I come back to my related activities. Then when I look at my surrounding, one of the pressing issue we are facing is drought and what do you call this, flash flooding. So you know how flash flooding cause what do you say? You know how flash flooding affecting our agricultural produce, and my state Gombe happen to be one of the largest producer of rice, maize, and all these corns in the northeastern region of the country. And before we start facing the insurgency of Boko Haram, so then I said these farmers are facing serious climate crisis, and it is caused by this flash flooding. Then how can we adapt to this, and how can we tackle it? Then we created a small organization. I cannot say it is big, but that Concern Youth Initiative is a small organization. So, but we are hoping for it to be a big one. So we have started addressing the issues by planting the trees and advocating and make sure that all the younger ones around us are partaking in the issues. And I can tell you that today we have achieved and we have succeeded on doing many things, which later in the night I will explore more to you, because this is just a brief introduction. There is no need for me to go deep, because it has been already said by our facilitator. She has already introduced me and told you which is supposed to be known about me. So there is no need of going deep, so that it will not consume your time to ask question of with the relevant things that gathered us here. So I think with this, I can say thank you so much. I'm looking forward to the how I can share you my experience and how I can answer your question regarding unlocking international opportunity and in fact, indeed, local opportunity too. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Sulaiman, for that, and very grateful. So let me pin myself and you to the spotlight so that we can have more questions to discuss. So let me open my own camera. So let's see. All right.
Yeah,
It's a bit night
sure,
here. I hope you can see my
yeah.
face.
Yeah,
All
not
right, so
only this is a boot camp. So if, for example, if some of us are in a good surrounding or you are in a place that you feel comfortable, you can open all your faces for
camera.
just a hi. Yeah, even me too. I'm not in my normal office because it is under renovation. So I'm just here one of the site. So this is why you see me with some things surround. But if not because of this, what you will be seeing here is like it's just a model of young people, more especially the women's children and the yes, and sub-Saharan African. Yeah, yes.
All right, thank you
So
very much. So
thank
guys,
you.
to make it very interesting, I've opened the group so that you all can join, your members can join. So they won't say that we are wicked. Okay? All right, so let's get started. So I want to ask you, Sulaiman, you talked about coming into school 5 years ago and you saw a need and we're able to tackle such problem and provide the problem a sustainable solution that makes it very remarkable for you. Like you said, it might look like a small group, but the potential of what you've done so far has accumulated over years. And that has pushed you to the global space where you are now. So you can call it a small thing, bringing bigger outputs in the global space. So young folks here, the first thing I want to say is you have been taught several things about taking action and responsibility. You have been taught several things about taking action and responsibility. You've taken several courses. You had several conversations about you starting where you are and becoming a problem solver. So Sulaiman, so how was it easy for you, or how did the journey really start into the global space? Let me hear from you. How was it like? What was
Yeah,
your
thank you.
first trial?
Thank you so much for this question because this is really where the work it is. So actually, for you to be in a global space, you need to demonstrate commitment. You need to show your track record of working, and this working started from your community. This local community that you are seeing is just too small for you to start here. This is really where the work it is. So if you are to start from this local community and then you will stay dedicated, realness, and more effective to your work. So you will go to where you will never expect. For me, personally, like me, when we have started, when I went to when I was in studying botany, so there was a time for us to do SciWes, which is IT. I know you have heard about it, industrial training. So when I'm about to do that, I just decided to go to Nigerian Mountain Forest Project. It's a research-based project that it is based in Ingeliaki, which is Taraba state of Nigeria. It is also northeastern part of Nigeria. I know you should have heard about Ingeliaki or Mambila Mountain. So that forest, it is there in Ingeliaki, Gembu. It is there in the mountain. So when I went there to do my industrial attachment in the Nigerian Mountain Forest Project, Nigerian Mountain Forest Project is an initiative that is created to conserve Nigerian forests with African forests, and more especially to conserve the remaining species of plant and animal that we have. And it is being funded by European Commission, University of Canterbury, New Zealand, Royal Botanic Kew, and Gombe State University, and of course T.Y. Danjuma Foundation and International Finance Cooperation, as well as Africa Finance Cooperation, and the Swiss government, German government, and Australian embassy in Abuja. Also, they are one of their founders, and the Foreign Commonwealth Development Office, which is commonly known as UK. So they are all their founders. So when I went there to do my sideways, I got a lot of experience there. I worked for them for the solid 6 to 7 months of my industrial attachment. So during that time, I was opportune to meet with their founder, which is Professor Hazel Chapman. She's a professor in the University of Canterbury, New Zealand, and also one of their former parliament member of the Christchurch district. So when she comes to the filling station and she found that I was there doing my service, and I told her that the reason why I was here is not only for me to do my IT. I am also a climate activist. So I am thinking of how we can regenerate the remaining plants we have to see that we conserve them to avoid them facing extinction. So I have so many networking and connection with her from there. We were able to track so many things, so many impactful projects, and from there I were able to support from them. When I comes back to Gombe State, I were able to fund my organization, which is a small organization that I told you before, small organization, which is a concerned youth initiative. So we were able to buy some economic trees, kits, and what we need to plant more trees in our community to avoid so many plant facing extinction. One, two, to fight climate change. Three, in the climate change, to fight both the drought and the flash flood that our farmers are facing. So with that, we were able to achieve a lot. So this is just the first opportunity. And then the second opportunity that will link me with so many international community is that, here in the northeastern Nigeria, we are one of the most vulnerable community in Nigeria. Yes, I can say that because I know, yes, we are one of the most vulnerable community. Yes, Niger Delta region too, they are facing so many crises. But here in the northeastern Nigeria, our own is much more because of the Boko Haram insurgency and these things like that. So because of that, Boko Haram insurgency left so many people displaced. So many people cannot afford their daily basis. So because of that, we were able to capture the attention of so many international communities to come here and invest in the life of the people in the northeastern Nigeria, to ease the hardship we have faced during the insurgency period, because so many of us left school, so many of us left their businesses and things like that because of the insurgency. Even though in my state it is not that worse, like in Yobe, Borno, Adamawa. Here in Gombe, the things is not that too much. But we have so many NGOs that have their base here in Gombe. So when they were arriving in the states, they have been seeing some of our works, because we are going out for some outreach campaigns, and it is not only about climate change. We also go out for other youth activism, like we used to distribute sanitary pads to adolescents. And others NGOs. There are so many, I cannot even mention them. This is one. This is second. And thirdly, using the power of social media. One of my success is related to using to the power of social media. You see this LinkedIn and Twitter and all other, Facebook, Instagram, they are we have done our work in my community activism, either planting trees, distribution of sanitary pad, going out for a youth campaign or things like that. I used to post it in my LinkedIn. So from there, when I am posting our work here in LinkedIn, and sometimes you will see the work, it is very realistic, because you will not see me, you will not see only me, you will see me the one heading the high profile NGOs here. They are also part of, they will be also part of our campaigns or part of our pictures posted online. So when we are going there, as time goes on, there is one of the Lagos field office for UNICEF Generation Unlimited Nigeria. Her name is Celine. She said that they are in a mission to create UNICEF Generation Unlimited Nigeria Young People Action Team, because almost all the countries around the globe that UNICEF are working there, I mean all the member states, they has young people action team members, but Nigeria doesn't have, and this one should be the first of its kind. So should I be able to be part of it? She asked me. Then I said yes, I would like to contribute to it if that will be part of our work, because I don't used to spread leg anywhere. I just concentrate on some of the works. Then she said our work is just to be like a youth sounding board members of the UNICEF Gen Niger, and we will help in steering and supporting the activities to achieve the mandate of the Gen Niger, and their mandate is to reach the left behind people, more especially those in the marginalized and vulnerable communities. So that was that significance. So from there, we were able to network with her, collaborate with her. We created a Google form where we share it across our network, and so many young people apply for the opportunities. When the young people apply, we were able to carry out a selection process, and we selected those that their application was reviewed clearly and they are capable of delivering on the mandate. And last year, we were in Lagos to inaugurate and to onboard the team, as well as to do retreat for them for 2 to 3 days. So from there, and the work started. So I have been part of her work since then. Whenever the opportunity comes, she will immediately email me or text me to reach her, so that we can see how we can leverage on that work to see we succeed. So there are so many things like this that happens. So there is no time for us to elaborate more on it, but there are so many, as I can say. So the only thing here, my point here is just for us as young people is to focus working on our community. We should not say that our community is too small for us to work. We just want to open our eyes and see us at the global scale, which is not possible. It is possible, but it is impossible also at the same time. So the only thing that we need to do is to start working from our environment, which is 1. 2, make sure you know that your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. So you have to use it very wisely. If you use it very wisely, you will understand what I said by saying your network is your net worth. So you have to network, collaborate, and interact with like-minded individual, and in fact, those on top of you. Whenever you find yourself in any occasion, gathering, or anything, make sure that you communicate, you collaborate, and you network with key people, because you don't know where your need arise, and then they will, if you are in touch with them, then looking for you will be very easier for them. And whenever you network with someone, you have to show him your work. What did you do? What you are doing? And then after doing that, make sure that you keep in touch with him. Let me just give you a small example. When we were together with Mr. Ekundayo, I hope you are here, Mr. Ekundayo.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. When we were in Abuja for the yearly national summit, is it some three weeks ago or 4 weeks? I couldn't remember. So when we went there for the summit, the first day after our summit, I was able to network with one of the ECOWAS representative, which is Mr. Pope Momar. So he was there. He happens to be my mentor. I have been networking with him online for about 3 to 4 years. He has been seeing my work, but we have never interact with him in person. We are just always online. So because of that summit, I were able to meet him, and interact with him. You know, whatever you will share with someone online, it will not be that powerful like for you to share with him in person. So I was able to share with him my work and how we work on the lives of young people, and I shows him evidence of our work and what brought us to here and there. So when from there he gave me his card. So he told me that if possible I should add one day to stay in Abuja, and I told him that we should communicate. If there is a need for me to come back to Abuja, then I can come back, because but at that very time I must leave Abuja on Sunday because I have another appointment with in IITA. I don't know if you know IITA, international I can't remember the full name of the abbreviation, but it's an NGO. It is an international organization based in Kano. So I have appointment with them. So I have to left Abuja for Kano at that very day. So we are not able to meet with him on that very time. But I talked to him through mail and I called him. He didn't pick through WhatsApp and he dropped text for me. He called me the other day. He told me that when he saw the work I'm doing, the work was very impressive. So that makes him to think of how their work. But for ECOWAS, if you can believe me, it is only for their volunteering program, which has not been carried out now for about 3 to 4 years, if I could remember. So he said the way he saw the work, he just talked to the executive commissioner for human development and social affairs of the ECOWAS Commission there in Abuja. How can they make sure that they carry along young people, or to develop like youth sounding board members, or young people young ECOWAS young people team or something like that. Then he interviewed me of how can this work, and I give him some of the evidence based of work that has been done by young people in several organizations. And I even give him example of even the US Embassy Abuja. They are working hand to hand with the young people, because that is the reason of why President Obama created Yali. So and I told him that one of the major key challenge that ECOWAS are facing is not carrying along young people, and all other international communities are working with young people. And because of this, what I said to him, and today we were hoping to get something very huge from now to December, and it will be of impact to all the youth constituency in Nigeria. So this is the power of collaboration and networking. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is really, really powerful. I hope you are noting, because I was even writing. See, thank you very much. A quick recap of what you just said for those who are not following the story well. He mentioned that you must stay committed in whatever you are doing, and you must remain dedicated to that end goal of your work. Because over the time, you see young people get easily diverted and distracted when they are doing things. They want to quickly explore, but you never don't forget the place of process. I got that, what he was saying. You must have a deeper knowledge in what you are doing and what you want to do. You know, he was stating fact and statistic analysis about problems. You hear him talk about Kano, Gombe, you know, when he got to that ECOWAS space, he was very knowledgeable about the deficit of ECOWAS. And he was able to understand the gap that ECOWAS is missing, and he was able to provide solutions to that. So what's the knowledge there? What you know will create space for you to fit into that matter that will bring about solutions that are sustainable. They talked about collaboration, social media, and focus. Since many of you will say different kinds of things, that you are social media scared, you are still Netflix, whatever excuse you might have, you had a story. The power of social media, the power of collaboration. Now, he says something very germane and very interesting, as she has been saying. He said, work from your environment. So deep. See, you cannot make a change in a global space leaving your place empty. Like I used to tell you guys that you cannot make a change outside the system. You have to be in the system. You must have the experience. What have you done? What has been your contribution? And it's very sad that majority of youth in Nigeria, even in Africa, we just lament on what we have not even made contribution on. And I tell you, the more solution you create to problems in any environment, the more the platform that will open when the time comes. You might not just know when the platform will open, but when time you start talking, communicating, you begin to see that what you say impress people to join on your mission. He said, build your network. That's the fact. You have a program and a project that you did last week. He said, beyond talk, creating a sustainable solution to a national challenge. Many of you might just think that your ideas are just there. But I tell you that a time will come whereby you have that opportunity to create or produce a solution to a problem. You can just pick up that your idea that you work together as a team. That is why when you work together as a team, it pushes you forward to be able to execute so many tasks. And he said communication. We have been emphasizing the power of communication. Communication is everything. Everything. One thing I learned recently was that over communication is better than under communication. Information will not be too much for you, but less information can affect you. So learn to even over communicate. Express it more than enough because it is better than under communication. So thank you very much. I want to pause there. Now let's go to the next step. Now, by the time you were able to do all you've done and opportunity starts coming up, one of the things that I know about young people is that there is this mind of, can I get this done? Is it possible? How are you able to build optimism in a space of time? Optimism in a space of time. Over to you.
Yeah, what do you say? Please, can you come again?
All right.
Yeah.
There's this notion from young people that do a lot of stuff, and they'll be like, can I get this? Can this be possible? They undermine themselves in the place of, is it working or can it work? So what do you have to advise them? No, starting is not even the problem, but that self-belief that I can do this.
Yeah, thank you so much. One of the many problem with our young people is that they will feel that they are too small or they are insignificant to make a difference on a global space, which is very wrong. However, I believe that everyone has the potential to make a positive impact in the world by understanding different cultures, perspective on a global space. A non-profit organizations, so many non-profit organizations that are here working with what do you say, working with communities in developing countries may need to adopt its programs to meet the specific need of those communities. So one of the problems is that I said is that they will think that you will think that maybe you are insignificant or you are too small to achieve that, which is very wrong. What you have to put in your mind is that everything you start, you have to make sure that you find a sustainable solution, or in fact finish that thing. Even if you are not able to achieve it all, make sure that at least you achieve let's say 70 to 80, in fact 90% of what you are doing. So the only thing that will make you there is just to focus and focus. Whatever that will come to your mind just to make you feel that you are like you are incompetent, you cannot go there, or you cannot finish. Or sometimes when you have started the work and then the money started coming, there are some works that when you started doing it, you will be attracting so many funders, and from there you'll be getting a lot of source. So some of our people or let's say some of the young people out there, whenever they have started getting that, then that sense of entitlement will come to their mind that, so I cannot do this only, I cannot do this only, I have to flaunt, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this and that. So from there you will started thinking of let me just venture into something that will be more beneficial to my life, which is very wrong, because you have called yourself as a global citizens. We all have a responsibility to make a world a better place. Therefore, the role of the young people in driving positive change in a global space is to be very open-minded and to work with other young people, and whatever you got or you get done, that thing should not make you feel you are different. You are not different, but you are trying to make a difference. As a change maker, you should work with the resources to make sure that you achieve more than what you achieved at the before. But this doesn't work for everyone. You know, so many people have different mind. That is why whenever we have the opportunity to speak to the upcoming change makers, upcoming activists, we have to develop that sense of humility to them. Look, you are a humanitarian. You are servicing humanity. So whatever you got, just make sure that you spend that on the people of young on the life of the most vulnerable and marginalized. Because if you are saying just because of this fund that will make me feel that this thing will not work for me, then think of the organization that give you that fund, because you will not get it by yourself. They have billions and trillions of that, but that doesn't stop them from working. And you will see that many of these organization founders, they are just people like you. So I think I don't need to go deep on this, because going deep will make some people to even forget of what we are on the line of saying, but just to pick the point. So thank you.
Well, all right, thank you very much. So let's go to the next phase now. We've spoken about how you started. So can you share your journey to how you joined a global body? Then after that, we want to talk about applications, right? So let's just begin quickly. So how were you able to join the international body? And how did the door open? What are the things that you did? What are the things that you put in place that open global opportunity for you? So let's start from that.
Yeah, thank you so much. So one of it's kind of what took me to where I am today, because even though we are not fully into that, but we go to with the changes we have, and we were able to demonstrate it in our community. So one of the first instance is when I went to that Nigerian Mountain Forest project in Geliaki for doing my SIWES, which is Student Industrial Work Experience Scheme, known as IT, industrial training. So when I went there, I was opportune to meet their board members and the executive secretary, who is the founder. I have told you before, Professor Hez. Commission and African Finance Cooperation and other were able to carry so many of the plant species that we don't have down here in Gombe State. And in fact, so many people are saying it cannot be grown here because of our environmental condition. So we were able to do some of our botanic and Prunus africana. Prunus africana is one of the is one of our native plants, but it is facing a serious extinction. They are endangered. They are about to leave. But we were able to know. We are able to prune and plant about 800 the plant of the Prunus africana, and today they have all we have all raised them, and we have regenerated. Forest, in fact, Plateau State in Aplori, Bauchi in Yank, first of its instance. This is where my first work, where my practical work has been seen, and